Welcome to Bookalyptic. So I started this new channel where I will be reviewing books, talking about books, and everything about books, as you might have guessed. And I thought it would be nice to make a new booktube video. Newbie booktube, hashtag new booktube, so you can get to know me a bit better and the channel, so you know what you're in for. So I've looked up all the questions there are for the new booktube. Supposed to be 10, 7 original and 3 extras. Let's start with the first one. Why did you start this channel? That's quite an easy question. The books I read most of my books in English because I'm not very fond of translations in Dutch. I'm native Dutch, but when the writer is English and the books are translated in Dutch, I think the feelings get lost and it's not really the same. So that's my cat. You will see her very often because she likes cameras. The other one is sitting right over there, so he might show up sometimes too. As I was saying, I started this channel because I have no one, very few people, actually no one I think, who I can talk about my books that I've read, the books that I'm looking forward to. My friends who read books, they don't all read books. The ones that do, they read other books than me. And of course we can still talk about books, but it's not the same because, you're too far apart from each other. They like comedies and romantic books, and I'm more the kind of thrillers and young adult and horror stories and those things. So, she's licking the lamp. It's a salt lamp. No. So, what I was saying is I started this channel because I want to share my opinions and my thoughts about books, but more than that, I want to see how my channel will go and how the community around it will go, so I can talk to lots more people about books. I think that's basically the reason I started my channel, just to find like-minded people to whom I can talk about books. New books, books I read, books you've read, and all those things. So I think it's lots of fun if you can freely talk about the book you read and you loved so much. Question number 2. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to BookTube? Well, the first unique thing, me, because I'm unique, there's only one of me. But no, seriously, I think that, surely the way I review my books, because I'm really new at this, but my view of a book isn't the same as someone else's view, and it's nice to see how I look at the book and then how someone else looked at the book. So I think, as with everyone, the way you think about the book and you review a book is unique. I'll try to be fun, but let's see how that goes. I bring cats, as you saw. That's also nice. Cats and books. I hope you will find new books here. Maybe the books I review are books you haven't heard of before or you didn't consider yet. Because I read different kinds of books, and also books that are not really new or don't have that much of attention. So I think my reviews, or I hope my reviews, bring another viewpoint of books to you. Question number 3. What are you most excited for about this new channel? That will be to see how my channel grows and how the community around my channel grows. Just starting up a fun and friendly community of people who like books, who like to talk about books. That seems really nice to me. So that's what I'm hoping for. I'm interested to see how it will go. Why do you love reading? I love reading because when I read, I can forget about all the other things around me. I forget about the daily stress, the daily struggles and all those things. Because when I read, I'm transported into the book. I feel the wind, so as to say. I'm in a completely different world. I feel the emotions of the personas, of the animals, and yeah, reading to me is just something you can use your imagination and you can use your feelings and you get the empathy for the personas, the people and animals in the book, and yeah, just you get transported. So one moment you're on the couch and the next one you're in Wonderland, and that's why I like reading. What book or series got you into reading? Now that's yeah, that's a special one, or special no. I was walking around in the city and I saw this bookstore which also had magazines, so your typical kind of store with magazines, books, diaries, agendas, all those things. And I just went inside to check what they had and saw this entire table with lots of books on sale. Well, it was a shop in the Netherlands, I think, or in Belgium, one of those places. And I saw this book. It's Denial. This one is in Dutch because they didn't have the English versions in the shop. But the cover, it's not really the cover that drew me in. It was the translation. Talk about double standards. The translation is Zenuwziek in Dutch. It's Denial in English, and it's about a forensic psychiatrist who's investigating all sorts of weird cases, working together with the police. It's written by a psychiatrist, so you get those kind of things in there about psychiatry and emotions and habits of people. It's really nice to read. The forensic psychiatrist, Frank Clevenger, he's really into the more bad things, let's say, drugs, alcohol, lots of self-denial, also sex, lots of amazing and weird scenarios. But the book, I think, is really good because you get that viewpoint of a psychiatrist, and the way it's told in the book really drags you in. So yeah, that book got me started and it kept me hanging, and since then I've been reading all the time. I also got the rest of the series. I have those in English, and I like them a lot too. So yeah, that was the book that got me reading. It's a forensic murder investigative, how shall we call it? I'm not sure how they call it actually. It's a thriller. Okay, it's a thriller, but it's also investigative with detectives and police and mysteries, and yeah. But that book got me started. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? This is not an easy question for me to answer because I'm like, I watch their channel, so I see most of the things I want to know, like which books they're interested in, they're looking forward to, they liked, didn't like. Apart from that, seeing as I'm new, I would really like to ask for some tips and tricks, good advice maybe, that's also nice. And other than that, how are you? How are you doing? Everything okay out there? Yeah, I think that's it. Question number 6, I think. I'm losing count. So the next question: what challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? That one might be, I think, 2 things. Being on camera, having my face on camera, because I'm really self-conscious about my looks, my appearance, and yeah, it's difficult for me to watch myself on camera. I always see something I don't like and I'm getting nervous about or something like that. But I am reading a book about those things, so I hope it will change in the future. And I'll also make a review about that book. So I think it's just something of keep doing it, enjoy it, because the reason I'm doing this is not to look good on camera. I'm doing this to find new people and talk with people about books. And the other thing is reviewing books. I've never really reviewed books as in a real review. I've talked about books, of course, but reviewing books for me is really new. So yeah, I'm not sure if I will adhere to all the different standards and things you should have in a review. Of course, I'll make sure to have the basics and keep in mind to not have too many spoilers and those things. But yeah, it's new to me and I'm still learning, so bear with me. I'm still trying to find my voice and the way I will do this. So that will be another challenge. But I'm looking forward to it, so we'll see. So the next question, when did you start reading? I think if I count back, I've read a lot of comic books when I was young. But really books, I think I was at the youngest 16 or 17. 16, 17, 18, I think, something like that, yeah. And the next question, where do you read? Everywhere. I mostly read on the couch, inside, outside when the weather is good, and I then have my cats with me if they want to come out. Sometimes in bed, but mostly just inside on the couch or here in the attic. But yeah. And the last question, what books do you like to read? All sorts of books. As you can see here, I have 3, you don't see the third one, but I have 3 low bookcases. I am sitting on the ground in the attic. Why? Because I live in an octagonal house, and I'm not kidding, it really is octagonal. So it has lots of corners and really weird walls, I shall call them. I'm not sure how I have to explain this, but anyway, the walls I have that are usable for big bookcases with lots of books are used for the sofa, couch, the dining table, and another shelf. But yeah, I don't really have an option to have large bookshelves with lots of books. Completely besides the question, but I had to mention this because I'll also be reviewing ebooks, and that's also because I don't have the option to have lots of books in a big bookcase. And now to the question, which kind of books I like to read? I'm mostly into young adult, fantasy, thrillers, horror, detectives now and then. And I am completely smitten by Alice in Wonderland. I I have this quest of gathering all the books, the spin-offs of Alice in Wonderland. So this bookcase here, the entire top part and a bit of the bottom is all spin-offs of Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, I really love Alice in Wonderland. I have mangas, comics, young adults also. And I think, let's see, are there other books? Yeah, the books to learn something, to learn about yourself, how to change your, not your personality, but your traits. If you're afraid of something, if you have low self-esteem, those things, I read those books too. But mostly young adults, yeah. And yeah, that were the questions. So, now that you know something more about my channel and about me, if you want to see more of my reviews, my first review, my other reviews, my upcoming reviews, lots of reviews, books, maybe somewhere a book haul, hang around, and I hope to see you in the next one.